on the line right now, I have the lead singer of Post Punk Podge and the Techno Hippies, Post Punk Podge himself. How's it going, Podge?
How's it going? You well? All good here, yeah.
Right, so I suppose maybe for folks who don't know your music, maybe they're older, or maybe just, you know, they're not keeping up with post punk from Limerick in 2020. Could you let us in on kind of what kind of music you make with your band?
It's a hodgepodge of a lot of things. I play the violin and I rap and I sing, and some of it's guitar driven and some of it is synth driven. It's basically post punk music, made with influences from all different influences, like electronic music and old school punk. I don't know what to call it really. There's something for everyone in it anyway, I hope.
Well, you guys really do go with the DIY kind of feel of punk anyway.
Yeah, that's right. All of our releases have come out through our own distribution. And the last thing we released was with a label called The Unseen.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Which is also a DIY label.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, about your influences, I was listening to some of your stuff there, I've been listening to you for a while now, but what was it, just your last thing I think you put out, I was listening and I was like, yeah, you get a lot of feeling like Pill and stuff like that, like John Lydon's band and things like that, like when he left the Sex Pistols.
I love Pill, yeah. They're one of my favourite bands out of that era.
I always wondered why, like, everyone talks about the Sex Pistols, but no one ever talks about Peel, and they are far, in my mind anyway, much better even than the Sex Pistols.
Well, they're far more influential as well.
I think so, yeah.
Keith Levine's guitar sound is very much robbed by the age and a lot of people back in the 80s.
I suppose it'd be fair to say that some of all of your music would be politically kind of motivated, would you say?
Some of us are trying to move away from that so much now, but we've spoken about a lot of social and political issues in the country, such as the fire in Carrickmines and also Post Punk Election Party, which is a satirical song about a party in a kind of indie disco in the hall, you know. Yeah,
because a lot of your stuff is about, like, as you say, like politics and social issues and things like that as well, which would be what punk would have been kind of about, I suppose, really at its core, you know.
Well, especially with no one else writing about the things that were going on at the time. You get driven by anger, I suppose, to write these songs a lot of the time. Especially something like government security, which we have, which is about the guards breaking into the house in Dublin and beating up the protesters with the balaclavas on.
Yeah.
So when you see things like that happening, they make you want to do well. Not to make you want to write about it, you know.
Yeah. I remember there was if you maybe you don't remember that, it was protesters were squatting in a house, and basically to make the point about there was houses basically going vacant, and eventually then they were evicted by, as Podge says here, men in balaclavas. It was a bit of an odd situation, in fairness, all around. It was very strange why they had to be there in the first place, and then the whole situation. But anyway, back to stuff. I suppose one of the things I suppose that people might notice about your band first is that you all wear masks and go under pseudonyms.
Yeah, that's a bit of crack, really. Yeah. I was working with Naive Ted, and he came up with the name Post Punk Podge, and he wears a mask, and to perform with him, I had to come up with a mask, so I came up with the envelope with all the on-post stickers and different band stickers on it. And then the rest of the band, then they wear masks as well, the different character names. It's just a bit of fun, really, moving away from just going to see a band, a bunch of fellas in jeans and t-shirts, just trying to make it a bit more out there, and a bit more, I don't know, we call the band the Jobsbridge Scheme for Men with Anxiety, so
what was I going to say?
Kind of having a bit of fun around that, you know?
But as well, I think there was kind of not a push maybe, but there was like an idea in techno music where it was less about the individual making the music and more about the music itself, so a lot of people had masks and they didn't release the pictures and stuff like that. Like, I was like, oh, maybe it's that, and that's why they were doing this. But I suppose as well as one of your contemporaries, I suppose, Blind Boy, they started Broad Bandits. Of course, I'm sure you're always getting compared to them, so sorry about that. But he said himself that it helps him on stage with the mask because it helps him with his anxiety and things like that. Do you feel that kind of helps you as well?
Yeah, 100%. Once you have an envelope on your head, you're already the most stupid-looking person in the room. So you just have to kind of embrace that and go with it. Is what I usually do. And Blind Boy's doing great work at the moment in regards to mental health and everything that he does. So he's a definite influence. Yeah.
Oh yeah. When did you guys start? When did you guys start making music? I mean, well, I suppose we'll start with you. When did you start making music?
I've been playing music since I was 8 years of age and playing the violin.
Nice, yeah.
I've been in bands and orchestras and choirs and every sort of thing imaginable since over the years. So we brought out the first song, Post Punk Collection Party, in 2016. It was just me and my friend. He's kind of involved less now, but we played our first gig in November 2017. So just over, coming up to 2.5 years now, I suppose, in the next few months. We've been going.
Songwriting and things like that, who is mostly writing the songs for you guys? Is it yourself or is this a collaboration or how does it go?
I've been making an album there now and except for one song, I've written and played all the music on it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's the way it's been going now. It's mostly myself that will come up with the ideas and bring them to others. Mr. Cash for Gold recorded the mixtape with me and he played improvised a lot of the music on it with me.
Oh, cool.
So it was just easier to make the album on my own there because everyone else is busy with their own stuff going on, you know?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm very happy with the album, with the way it's coming together.
Cool. Do you have any idea when that'll be coming out?
Hopefully September.
Oh, cool. All right. So what themes are you looking at now for the new album?
A lot more personal and just generally not about, could be anywhere, not necessarily Ireland. There's the 2 songs on the album that are about Ireland, but one is about the famine and one is about the Magdalene laundry. So it's just moving away from just trying to make it a bit more what's the word, unifying, I suppose.
Yeah. I get you, yeah.
Just I'm trying to think what the songs are about. Jesus, just the songs about like dealing with like post-traumatic stress, and there's a song about panic attacks. There's songs about breaking up with women. There's everything. There's something for all the family on it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the way it's coming together at the moment. Anyway, we have TPM on one of the songs as well.
Yeah, they did a live stream there on YouTube over St. Patrick's Day, I remember. That was really good.
That's right, yeah.
Oh no, that was the Mary Wallopers, their other outfit.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, TPM are the kind of... But yeah, actually, go back to there a second. They're more hip-hop and stuff like that. You were saying you rap as well. There is a huge, Irish rap scene in Ireland that has grown over the last 10 years and has exploded in the last, year and a half.
Yeah, Limerick is the hardest at the moment.
It was there. What was that? I saw it. I'm really out of touch with music, though. You'll know the band's name now. But there was a group put out a song, and it was nearly every rapper in Limerick was in it. Yourself was in the video as well.
God knows, yeah.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Right. That was the name of the...
Superstar All-Stars, yeah. Southwest All-Stars.
That was it. Yeah. I could try to keep up with all these bands, and I'm like, I feel like an idiot, and I see this, and I go, oh yeah, there's all these people now. I'm going to keep track of all these people now. But yeah, so where do you think that's what, I suppose, do you think, because I always thought hip-hop and rap, or hip-hop and punk were very similar in their origins.
Yeah, they are.
In a kind of it's not classically trained people a lot of time, or maybe it is often, but what it is what they're dealing with is more issues, social issues that people are dealing with that aren't exactly rich people, Yeah,
they're both forms of folk music, I suppose, expression of what's going on for you. And what's going on around you,
Yeah, that's a good point. So it's modern folk music, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so. Like, yeah, I think in a way, people are saying Kneecap are like similar to what are basically the Wolf Tones of now.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of true in a way.
Yeah. Kneecap, folks, if you don't know, are a band who they rap in Irish the whole time. Which, who would have thought that would have sold out over in England? Sell out shows over in England. That's amazing. It's so good. Good for them.
It's great for the language, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. You're all wrong. You're the whole shebang. I'm just going to go back to your influences again. So, who would you have been listening to when you were growing up? You were like, listen to Pill. Would you be listening to a lot of hip hop as well?
I didn't get into. I bought Pill's second album when I was 18, and I thought it was a load of shit. And then years later, I only properly got it. I was like that with The Fall as well.
Yeah.
I think you to listen to certain things. It's hard to get into off the bat is some of the post punk stuff, you know. But their first bands I can remember getting into was Guns N' Roses, and then I got into Oasis and the Pogues as well.
Oh yeah.
Guns N' Roses and the Pogues, like the first two bands I can remember being played. But I remember Guns N' Roses on the television going, what the hell is that? And getting a load of it. My dad got me on the tape. But yeah, the Pogues would have been up there. I loved the Pogues when I was a child.
But the Pogues have been because of your own kind of violin playing and their kind of trad music and stuff like that?
My dad was just obsessed with singing, and he had a book of lyrics and stuff, and he always had the Pogues on in the house.
Yeah.
So the fiddle I learned classically, say more violin stuff, but in recent years I got more into playing trad. But I've listened to all kinds of music since I was very young. I loved the Beatles from a very young age.
Oh, yeah.
I loved any sort of rock music really. I loved the Clash. Were a big one for me.
The Clash kind of they kind of go across. They're punk, but it's like they kind of go into rock a lot of the time. Everyone likes them. Yeah, they're great.
The Clash did every sort of genre.
Yeah.
In fairness to them,
they did actually. Yeah, reggae and everything.
Yeah,
and
they did it well as well.
Yeah. A lot of people sometimes maybe don't listen to the lyrics a lot, but it's what they're talking about. But they enjoy the music anyway.
Yeah, their lyrics are very socialist based.
Yeah.
I'm reading John Lydon's book at the moment, and he's giving out about the Clash, saying they're all a bunch of rich kids. But I don't know. I think the songs still stand up really well for me anyway.
Yeah, they use their connections well, and they got the message out anyway. So it doesn't really matter what your background is, I suppose, really, as long as you know what you're talking about. But I don't know. I thought you would have been listening to punk all your life, the way the feel of it is coming across. I mean, like you were steeped in it almost, like, you know.
When I was 15, I probably got into going to gigs in Limerick.
Oh yeah.
So the AMC at the time was the Aspersion Music Collective. They would have been putting on punk bands and metal bands and all sorts of noise rock and every sort of thing. They brought over like Fugazi back in the day.
Yeah. I remember that when I was a teenager. It seemed like there was always metal bands in Limerick. I never got to go, and I don't really go to gigs now. I have terrible anxiety, and I hate groups and things like that. But but there was always metal bands, and I was like, this is really cool. Do you know?
Yeah.
Limerick was the place to be. It seemed like, do you know?
Yeah, I'm going back 20 years ago now. Like, that's when I first properly started getting into punk music.
Don't make me think of how old I am now, for God's sake.
I know, it's scary, alright.
I know, I just realised, oh God, you are turning 30 soon. I was like, oh God. So would you ever listen to a band like Crass or something? Or would you?
I love Crass. Yeah. They'd be a big influence on the lyrics and the band.
Yeah.
And I can remember the first time I heard Crass, I was about 18, and it blew my mind altogether.
Yeah.
Stations of the Crass, that album really, really hit home for me.
Yeah.
But I like all their work. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Envy is probably the best feminist album of all time.
I don't think you're allowed to say the name of that album on the radio.
Oh,
That's okay. This was brilliant. That was the best response ever. But I suppose with them, their artwork as well, people have really been influenced by Crass and everything like that. I think if you go into anyone that makes music, punk music, you'll see a Crass logo somewhere. I think it's on your. Is Crass symbol on your envelope as well?
Yeah, it is. yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it the same envelope, by the way, the whole time?
Is it a full envelope?
No, is it the same envelope the whole time?
No, I had to get make a new one.
I was thinking, I was like, there's no way that was going to last so long. But,
No, I had the same one for about 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually. But, I suppose with your kind of stuff, it's very kind of like other videos as well. There's one where I'm a mad bee. Where you're inside in the back of a van on a chair and stuff like that. And while it's not the most high budget video, but you get a lot out of it, and the videos are very memorable. And it's like you get a lot out of it. And I like your kind of style of your videos actually as well.
The van was been driven around while I was performing the song, so it wasn't much fun for me. I actually did properly get sick in the video.
Oh, dear.
I know you're right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You sacrifice for your art or whatever. I did get sick in the video.
Oh, God. But it kind of fits with the visuals always fit with the... Who does the visuals, I was trying to ask you. That's where I was going with this. Who's doing...
I had a few friends that they were... Graham Patterson did that particular video. And he did one... Ronan Falvey then is the other lad that did the Generations Annex video. Mostly the two lads have done videos with... Yeah. They've done the two of them actually. They've done all our videos pretty much.
Oh, that's really cool.
Sorry, Richard Holland did another one, then another lad.
Cool.
Mass Deception video was done by Richard Holland.
Oh, alright. I suppose that's good to have that kind of consistency with visuals and stuff like that. I mean, if it's the same kind of people working with them, you'll get that kind of thing. Like, I mean, you'll go, oh yeah, you're going to go, yeah, that's a Post Punk Podge video. Do you know that kind of way?
Yeah, but it's very important to have videos really to get people to listen to songs these days. But I'm not the biggest fan of making music videos, but they're a necessary thing that has to be done, you know?
I suppose, yeah. How are you finding the Irish music scene in regards to getting music out there?
As in promoting it?
I mean, the whole shebang. Like, do you think it's easy for, like, if you're starting out now, is it tough?
It's awful, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You want to quit all the time because there's enough support networks there for people. And if you're not in with a certain clique up in Dublin, you better forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of it, I find. Down in Limerick, we just don't care about the rest of the country anymore. We're just doing our own thing.
That's kind of a better way to do it. And I suppose then people are kind of going, wait, what's happened? Because you got that video we're talking about earlier on, that got a load of like media attention stuff. People are going, oh, wait, what's happening in Limerick? Oh my God. And there's like a big cultural explosion. I mean, people of all different types. You've got Emma Langford, you've got yourselves, you've got rap, you've got a whole bunch of stuff happening in Limerick at the moment.
Yeah.
Culturally, it's just exploding altogether.
Definitely, yeah, and long may it last.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard for people without the necessary funding or...
That's it, yeah.
In place, really. Like, getting ahead in the music industry is all about the contacts you have and the money you have. It doesn't matter how good a band you can be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the likes of Oasis would have made it now. Because they were just a bunch of working class lads off in the States. Like, they wouldn't have had the money to put into to get ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a sad thing to say, it's true, like.
No, yeah, I mean, like, you go, just, I suppose even just radio play probably wouldn't even do it. I mean, you're trying to get it out, and there's, like, a big media landscape, and it's not just the Irish scene, you've got, like, American and every other country, and it's, like, the internet now is kind of, like, so saturated with stuff. It must be kind of daunting. And then trying to get over that, as you're saying, like, you need the money, alright?
Yeah, you need to have a network of people working with you and helping you. Trying to do everything on your own is very difficult. I find it very difficult, you know. Well,
I can only see you guys going places anyway. I mean, your music is so good, and I mean, not just that, but it's like it's getting out there. You got visuals out there, and I think it's resonating with people as well. And they're going, oh yeah, I can identify with this. I can see where it's like TPM as well. You know, their songs are really reaching people and doing things. And Emma Langford's stuff as well is doing the same thing where she's getting to people and going to places and she's, you know, connecting people as you guys are as well. And it's definitely making a connection. Anyway, you know.
You have to be doing it for yourself first and foremost, you know what I mean?
That's it.
I say that to any young person that's like, be careful what you wish for, like, because if you're not doing it for yourself first and foremost, you're wasting your time, really, you know.
I suppose that's best, really, because
people can see through things that are authentic and are fake very quickly as well.
And there's no point you gonna go on and working, and it's just this old, I think it's what everyone else wants. You don't have the connections, and you're like, well, not only have I not made anything, now I don't even have anything that I'd listen to.
Yeah.
You know, that would be kind of... I mean, I've done it myself. I used to try the art and everything. I'd try, what'll everyone like? And I go, no one likes this, and also I don't like it. You know? But,
yes, I'm finding it hard to hear you there.
Sorry, yeah, I know, the signal's really bad. Listen, we've been going for nearly half an hour now, so I might as well wrap it up there. But, Podge, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me here today.
No worries.
Alright.
Thanks a lot for having me on.
Yeah, and by the way, just if anyone wants to check out your music, where can they hear us? They can go to...
Bandcamp, yep. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube are the main ones, yeah.
And they can follow you on Twitter and Facebook as well?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, we're on Facebook and...
Is it Asparagus Montague Twitter is running your Twitter, and are you running the Facebook, aren't you?
I do the Instagram and the Facebook, and he does the Twitter, because I won't have a music career if I go on Twitter. I'll sit around thinking the wrong person and we'll never play a gig again.
It was great talking to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
No worries.
All of it.